Liberty and Western Kentucky going to be going tonight in the first game. This one goes off at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific time with these two. And in this one, got Liberty here on the road. This one's been on the move already this morning, no doubt about it. Uh, there has been some action coming in here. Liberty up to 5.5 now. I even saw 6. That got bought up though. And the total here has dropped for sure to 60.5. Let's call it 5.5 and 60.5 for the Flames. They're having a great season so far. They're still the Flames, one of the undefeated teams left. They're not going to the national championship with this undefeated record. I get all that. In fact, boy, do I have the start time wrong? Oh boy, I kind of went out of order. Sorry, you guys. This one's at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. I guess I put it in the rotation order before the time change. We announced all those time changes on that opening line show that we were on. So, all right, let's take a look at this one. Liberty here against Southern, against Western Kentucky. Yeah, is it the same Western Kentucky as we? Well, I don't know. To me, it does feel like the same Western Kentucky to a certain extent. I mean, they're not getting away from what, uh, has kind of brought them back to being who they are. That certainly one of the teams that likes to pass the football. Have they gotten away from it a little bit more this year? Yeah, maybe they have. But Liberty, they've just been terrific on offense with their record, and they've come through. They've had some clutch moments too in this campaign so far to come through with some wins. I mean, last week, the game against Middle Tennessee, they didn't cover, but they still won. They were probably overfavored here. People kind of jumping on them a little bit. They crushed Jacksonville State. They beat Sam. They didn't cover. Seems like they're not covering at home necessarily. Their last 2 games at home, they didn't cover, but all the road games they're getting the money. At FIU, they won by 32. At Buffalo, they won by 28. They smashed on those games. They smashed in those games. And it feels like that, man, the take back here is just crazy. They keep steaming up here a little bit on Western Kentucky, and then the Sharps are kind of this one's tough. This is like I always say, oh, I'm the guy. Trust me to read your markets for you. I don't know if I can read this market on this one. Western Kentucky for Brent Cook here, and Thomas also liking Western Kentucky in this one. They did meet 3 seasons ago. Liberty won that one on the road, 30-24. Interestingly enough, as 14.5 point favorite in that one. You have a Liberty. They've thrown for 1,500 yards so far this season with Salter, and he has 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. For the sophomore, started 4 games last season. He's looking pretty good. Doubles, he says Liberty's not great this year. I would contend that they are. I would contend that Liberty is great. Now, I don't know what we're constituting great. 5-2 spread record, that's good. That's pretty darn good. And a 7-0 straight up record. They average nearly 500 yards a game so far this season. They're 3-0 as road favorites. That's not their best role in years past. But Liberty also is running the ball this season. Usually they're known as a prolific passing offense. That's why maybe this total is as high as it is. But I'm not buying into this total. Look, we've already seen some steam come in on the under in this game. Now, there is going to be some support for the over, I think, because of that. And Western Kentucky has gone over in 9 of their last 11 games as an underdog. These teams have combined to go the 6-8 to the under so far this season. Both are 3-4 to the under. Liberty has gone 1-7-1 to the under in their last 9 conference games here. And for Liberty, check this steam here, a little hockey steam coming in. Oh, I'll cover that in just a moment. As it is of note. Thomas says, all right. For Western Kentucky, they are one thing they are very good in, and I continue to stress it on the shows and all that, is that they are good at taking the ball away. Over the last 2.5 seasons, they are plus 30 in takeovers. They're already plus 9 in turnovers this year. Last year they were plus 11. The year before that they were plus 11. And that's one thing that they do very well. They obviously have a very strong passing offense, one of the strongest in the nation, certainly, with nearly 2,000 yards passing so far, with Reed at quarterback, the senior. He threw for 4,700 yards and 40 TDs last year. He's got 16 TDs so far this year, which, is a little bit down in that category unnecessarily. So Western Kentucky, they've been good in their wins, that's for sure. And I don't know, they continue to getting that info about Bradley Beal, doubtful. We know. We've got our guys here reporting to us in my chat. So Western Kentucky, though, also strong in conference. They've covered 14 of their last 20 conference games. So for me, in this one, looks like you guys are kind of mixed here a little bit, I think, on the side in this one. And I'm going to take the under here at 60 and give that out as my play here on the show. The steam came in on the under. Look, it opened 65.5 when we were on that opening lines show, so I definitely missed out a little bit on this one. So give me the under here with Liberty and Western Kentucky. Like I said, but Liberty does run the ball much better than years past. Look, and if it was like Thomas said, old Liberty's had an interesting program for a long time, right? They've kind of been that team, like Western Kentucky's been a great passing team, and so has Liberty been a great passing team over the years. Liberty definitely is, because they have Chadwell, who's come in at coach, and while he is very good, he was with Coastal. He was that guy that got Coastal kind of going a little bit. He won like 40 games at Coastal. So Liberty, 3 of their last 4 has gone under, and he's kind of changed it back to like a more, they still pass well, but they run well. So let's take the under here in this one with Old Liberty. So what I was going to say with Old Liberty, that like Thomas was saying, this total would have been 70, 74, 75, something like that. So I think it's indicative of Liberty's new style a little bit here with they're still averaging 36 points a game. They're allowing, if you look at the two teams scoring averages combined, that's 66 points. But defensively, combined, they're allowing just 47 when you put it together. So I don't know. You can kind of look at it that way. Maybe Liberty's around 30 points, right? And maybe Western Kentucky's in the 24 range today. That's a 6 point game, and that would be under the total at by about 5 or 6 points. So Thomas says maybe too many points. Yeah, Western Kentucky probably not getting their just due at this point. I know that, and this is the way I usually side is like the I'm just making it like the super sharps. This is Western Kentucky play for them. Those guys that are taking that, if they're going to keep steaming, and I'm not even saying right now that to me, let me see how these moves have gone. Liberty's taken most of the steam, but there is a little bit of Western Kentucky. But still, to me, I think, look, I don't want to tip my hand too much here. Let's just go with the under in this one. This is New Mexico State and Louisiana Tech. This one actually is earlier. It goes off at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific. Louisiana Tech here is favored in this one by 2.5. 2.5 for the Techsters. They are 3-5 on the season. And of course, New Mexico State. I was on them last week. I've been big on this team. I'm a Jerry Kill guy. Thomas Lewis is on New Mexico State. I think everybody knows that I am. Will I be on them in this game? Let's take a look. This game has had some interesting movement for sure. The total opened when we were on that circa opening line show, 46.5. Look, I've missed the boat here on this one. The total all the way up here to what? 50, 54, 54.5 now? Hold a second. Oh man, what has gone on here? What have I missed? Did I hibernate for 2 days? Let me just make sure I still can give this out as a free. I don't even know if I can anymore. I don't even know if I can give this out as a free play anymore. Here, the steam definitely came in on the total over here at 52.5. In fact, it was just as we were coming on the air today. They steamed it at 52. Did they get the 2 games wrong with the time change, the Liberty Western Kentucky thing here, or is this New Mexico State team, which obviously is going to be very, very live in this game, going to be able to keep up, with this offense? They looked great last game, New Mexico State. It's been a really great season so far, no doubt, with 5 wins, trying to get that all-important 6th win here. They have a couple of road wins already. Louisiana Tech, like I said, just 3-5. New Mexico State 5-2-1 against the spread. They're 7-3 last 10 games in conference. Brent Cook likes the Texters here. Louisiana Tech has gone over in 8 of their last 11 games as a favorite. And, who was here last time in the chat talking about Pavia and the fact that the guy's a winner? He has 1,800 yards so far through the air, 16 touchdowns. Tech's passing game with their 2 quarterbacks, including Bachmeier, just 11 touchdowns and 7 interceptions thus far for Tech. So that's not been that. That's not been that great. Jerry Kill 9-6 in his career, 9-6 last 15 against the spread as a road underdog, 20-17 against the spread as a road underdog in his career. New Mexico State's gone under in 5 of their last 6, but I'm not sure if I'm interested in that. Louisiana Tech's given up 200 yards rushing in 4 games thus far. Tech's lost 4 of their last 5 games. And for whatever reason, they can't get it going with their passing like maybe was expected. So, all right, let's take a look here and maybe get the play out there. Look, Louisiana Tech's had a pretty interesting uh, run here at -2.5 here. Um, Open 2 on that Circa show. I'll just go with over. I liked it over. I still gonna go over. I can never get on a premium at this point. No, Brent, it's just us, you, me, Thomas, and Ray, pretty much, and 3 dozen others watching. So catch these videos, of course, later on the channel with our picks and your picks as well. So give me the over here as my free play.